Okay, so at UFC 301, the main event was a tie turner for flyweight. And this is the thing about flyweight is you have a marketable guy, leaves. Another marketable guy comes along, leaves. Then you have another one, leaves. It's been going in a cycle to where after Brendan Moreno lost to Pantoja, I was like, what do we got next as a champion for flyweight? Because Pantoja doesn't say too much. He really doesn't. And he was just that guy where it's like, okay, who's going to oppose this man? It just seemed like Pantoja was going to be unrivaled in that octagon. And I also learned not to trust the rankings because I was thinking, who's this Steve Erceg guy? And why is he getting a title shot? Why are they giving the rank 10 a title shot? But we tend to realize that he's had 4 fights in the UFC and he's actually fought some really good level opponents. He's been very dominant in like his 3 or 4 fights in the UFC. And I don't know what else to say. I've never seen someone give Pantoja that bad of problems. Now, was Steve Erceg robbed, like a lot of people say? By striking standards, I think he definitely had it in the bag. It was a close fight. Pantoja definitely had all the grappling exchanges, and whether people like it or not, MMA has grappling as part of it still. And Pantoja is a super high-level grappler. And it was a close fight. I had 2-2 going into the 5th. And you could tell Erceg realized he dropped the ball in the 5th when he went for that takedown and got reversed. Had he kept the fight standing, I think we would be seeing a new champion, followed by an immediate rematch. Because Erceg striking, he probably is the best striker right now in the UFC. He proved that. And the power of just a jab and a 1-2 on Pantoja, that elbow, that hook that he caught him with. Ever since that 3rd round, I think it was, Pantoja was not fighting the right way. So the rival came out of nowhere. And now Steve Erceg, the guy that just came from nowhere, is bringing marketability back to flyweight. Even though he ultimately lost the fight, and I do think that Pantoja narrowly won that fight, Erceg has put a glimmer back into flyweight where I was kind of just like scratching my head thinking, okay, what are they going to do to market this? Because 125, always a marketing problem. Always a marketing problem, and it just sometimes it gets super stale. There's not a whole lot of characters over there. But here comes Astro Boy, who's super likable, by the way. You watch his interviews, and he's a really nice guy. And the guy can fight. And I honestly think it's safe to say that Steve Erceg is going to be the champion in the near future. Because he definitely has the experience for at least being in the UFC. And based on the limited tools he's got, he's made them work. He's got the talent to make it into the top. And just overall, he showed just how much potential he had, giving Pantoja more problems in one fight than he's had probably in his entire career. Now, does he have to work on his grappling? Yes. Is there just a few rookie mistakes that he needs to correct? Yes. But if he does that, and is he going to get an immediate rematch? I don't know. I think, honestly, he should probably fight some other contenders and season himself a little bit, because he'll have no problem dispatching those guys. And then go back, and then he'll be ready for a fight with Pantoja again. But I heard through the grapevine on the online MMA commentary community that Pantoja is looking to move up to 135. And he might even be looking more towards it now. And that would be a really bad look on him. Because he needs to rematch Erceg. He needs to get Erceg that rematch so he could have another shot. And then maybe they could do a trilogy if Erceg even wins. But Erceg was not robbed, but he for sure won in a lot of ways last night. And I never thought I'd be going from who's this guy to I know who this guy is right off the bat. He has earned a definite jump up in the rankings. If he's not a number one contender, I don't know who else is. But this title fight was the most surprising thing I've ever seen. And he has all the potential to become the next big thing that might even be a pillar to get the marketing wheels back on 125. And I hope that happens because I want to see Flyweight do well. I don't like to see it when it's just no talk and just doesn't get a whole lot of publicity. We can only hope for the best. Peace out.